Okay, so what we have here is quite possibly the worst 67 to 72 running and driving, at least in BC, if not Canada. Picked this up early fall. Guy I bought it off of. We helped each other get it running. I ended up buying it. Hardly got it running on the trailer. I haven't done much to it since. I put some wheels and tires on it. It had the 90 style EGA alloys with two 9550s on it when I got it all the way around. I'll insert a picture here probably if I can figure out how. Other than that, I put a different carburetor on it. Still having some issues there. Cleaned out the interior. Changed the steering wheel. Other than that, it's pretty much the way it was when I got it. The other thing I did is added taillights. I didn't have any. The harness was there, the lights were gone, so it made it road legal. I just threw some trailer lights on it for now. I've ordered some other ones. We'll get into that at a different time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I shopped around for quite a while. I had a chunk of cash I could use from the truck I sold. I'm pretty sure this is the cheapest factory short box, 67 to 72, at least in BC, if not Canada, that was running and driving. And like running and driving is quite a stretch. I did have putting a permit on it for a couple days and trying to drive it. It's not great. I've experienced driving quite a few old cars, and it was one of the worst, if not the worst. But it's there. It's a factory short box. Yeah, I'll take you guys around and we'll check it out and kind of go over what the plan is. All right, as you guys can see, truck is obviously two different colors. It's been in an accident. At some point someone did the cab corners and rockers. But as you can see, that cab corner is bashed in. Well, the whole back of the cab's actually bashed in. And I'm thinking it might have had a fleet side bed on it and it pushed into here. And it's actually dished out this whole back of the cab. Yeah, so that's not great. I'm hoping, well, the guy I bought it from actually gave me a new set of rockers and cab corners for both sides. I'm hoping I can cut out this cab corner, probably a little bit higher up here. I'm hoping I can pop the back of this out and kind of get this line back up. The passenger side's better. I'll show you guys here in a second. My garage isn't very big, so it's kind of hard. Another thing that's kind of not great is this dent here. I've actually popped this out some, but it was pretty bad. And then, you know, it's typical old truck stuff. Someone had a tonneau cover on it at some point. It's got little holes everywhere. This is ripped here. I'm gonna have to weld that up. It's a 67 to 72 Chevrolet box. The tailgate's got Chevrolet on it, but it's a GMC truck, so obviously it's not the original bed, but it's there, and it's a proper 67-72 bed. Yeah, this side's a little better. This box side's in better shape. This fender's in better shape. No big dent in it and stuff. It's got the typical rot down in here and stuff, but this cab corner is actually fairly good. I'll probably actually I might leave that one. The rocker's been replaced too, but could use a little bit of work. This is a factory red truck. So from the little bit of research I've done, in the States, you couldn't get red in 1971. This is a 71. But this is actually a Canadian truck. I'm in British Columbia. And this paint here is all factory. All this interior is all factory. Color-wise, it's not the right bench. That's a scroll seat bench out of a different truck. But the label here denotes that it's a custom paint truck. Well, special paint, black vinyl trim, and it's actually got someone opted for a 292 6-cylinder over the 250. We'll get into that in a bit. I'm actually thinking that this truck is a like a, I don't know if it's fire department or something, but quite possibly could be like a fleet truck. They ordered all the, you know, front and rear shock absorbers, heavy rear springs, heavy duty battery, heavy front springs, you know, automatic so anyone could drive it, rear step bumper, and then red paint. And then the V6 probably for a little better economy, or, you know, they thought. Anyways, the interior's in decent shape. I've ordered the driver's side floor pans and such. This side's not too bad. It's been patched. I might end up ordering it and kind of working with the two. Of course, typical dash cut out for stereo, really bad. Surprisingly, the heater and stuff actually works. Controls are actually in good shape, not falling apart. It's got the old 70s style map lights, and I actually put that steering wheel on. That's a Grant, the 500 wheel, but that's the Grant version because it's got 3 holes, but it's got the little soft rubber. Originally it had a wood grip wheel. Well, not originally, when I got it, it had a wood grip wheel. Wasn't in great shape. It's got, you know, dents and dings, typical 70s old man antenna. Front bumper's just hammered. Need a new one. This fender's got rot on the bottom down here. You know, and typical on the doors and stuff, and the lowers need to be, you know, touched up. Pillar's got some holes in it there. But actually inside doesn't really have that typical rot. Not that typical rot in there, but it's kind of not bad. I mean, obviously the front windshield channel's rusty and needs work, but it's there. The glass is in decent shape. Being a 71, this is the first year of 5-stud and 5-stud and front discs, so that's a bonus. I'll open up the hood here and we'll check out what's going on. Obviously, before I open up the hood, obviously this has been repainted. This is not the original red. I think this was actually an orange. I found some orange kind of overspray in the cab on the floors. Almost, it kind of looked like almost like a hugger orange, but I just quickly used some scratch remover wax here and it came out with this color, and it's kind of strange. But you can definitely tell there's been some blue paint underneath this, whatever color this is, and then the red underneath that. You can see the red kind of shining through in spots. Maybe that's actually red, which is kind of too bad. I wish it was original red paint. You see here, there's some more of that blue. Yeah, anyways, I'll open up the hood here. Try it with one hand, not easy. And as you can see, no more straight 6. As you can tell, it still has the emissions label, believe it or not. It says 292 1 barrel. That is not a 292. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure what this is. The guy I bought it off told me it's a 327. I honestly don't believe him. I've done some research on it. I actually think this motor, I'm actually leaning towards it might be a like over-the-counter crate motor, like a replacement motor. I think it's a 350. It's got the larger balancer. I was underneath it changing the oil. The frost plugs literally look new. The timing cover is chrome. It's actually missing the timing pointer, but because of the aftermarket cover. The motor's all painted black, but it's kind of got that typical GM thing where they don't paint the machine surfaces. That's actually starting to rust. So like, I'm thinking that's like a over-a-counter motor. I'm not sure. It's got headers and just a cheap Edelbrock just Performer, not even RPM intake. Whoever put this in, they didn't move the motor mounts forward for the V8, so it's actually in the 6-cylinder position. So it's pushed right back into the firewall, and I can't check the casting number on the block. So I can't do that. The suffix code underneath the alternator, I can actually see it down there. I'll have to look. I took pictures of it, but it's some weird code that I can't find any listing for it. And the one listing I did find, they said it's a made in Canada replacement motor. That's the only thing that uses that code. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's even a 350. It could just be replacement. So I'll have to figure that out when the time comes if we do pull out the motor. It's got a turbo 350 behind this. It works really well. I don't know if it's the original one or not. This truck is a automatic truck, so it would have had a turbo 350. As you can see, manual brakes. Power steering, someone's added it. As you can see, they've added power steering. That's that didn't come with the truck, but someone's added. That's a proper 72 style power steering reservoir and stuff. So I put the MT valve covers on it. Just had crappy chrome ones on it when I got it. So I was trying to get this truck going with this motor. I mean, I can drive it, but it's having a lot of issues. Like this is a no one good Holly carb, and it's acting like it has a major vacuum leak. I sprayed carb cleaner around the base and it idles up really bad. I actually am starting to think that the carburetor mounting surface is warped. And I hate to say it, I've kind of always been one of these guys that's against this, but I have this sitting here. And I'm really heading towards this sliding into there. This is a 2004 5.3 liter. It's pretty well stock. Well, it is stock. I've just cleaned it up and painted it. And it was actually for another truck I had that I sold. I had an 06 Silverado that was slammed and was all done up, 20s and stuff. But I ended up selling that to buy, well, what ended up being the Stepside. So I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm fairly certain this is going in there. My wife wants to be able to drive whatever my hot rod is, and she's not as skilled, let's say, in the old vehicles like myself. So I would like something where she could just hop in, turn the key, and it just fires up, and you just put it in gear and go. That's what she's kind of after. And with this truck having disc brakes and hopefully fuel injection, and maybe should drive it. I don't know. Anyways, guys, it's kind of the start of my project here. Let me know what you guys think. I got only a little too big garage here, and it's kind of hard to film, but yeah, I'm excited for this project. It needs lots of work. I figured why not fire this little girl up. It's not going to start easy. It's been a couple months since I fired it up. Let's give it a shot. It's got really old gas in it as well, but it will eventually fire up. Still got a key in the dash. Won't screw off. We'll open up the door here. It's kind of turning into a will it run. What the hell? Alright, so This thing will not fire up. I got fuel. It looks like the fuel pump's actually leaking a bit. The filter's full, but it should fire up. HEI is plugged in. I forgot to say it's got HEI on it. Maybe I got no accelerator pump action. This is quite strange, I'm not gonna lie. It's not even trying. I mean, it's HEI. HEI is pretty reliable. I'm gonna check under the dash. See if I can see anything. I don't know. No fuses are screwed. It's kind of strange. Maybe I'm literally just not getting squirter action. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any squirter. I'm going to spray some brake clean in there. Hope we can get it to fire off. We'll try that and see if it pops off. There we go. And of course she dies. Give it another try here. Well, battery's died. Not gonna lie, guys, it's not the way I thought this was gonna go. Truck is actually always fired up. It just always ran terrible. But yeah, very strange. What else? What the? I can't even make this up. This is so freaking tangled. It's not even funny. Holy crap. Hook this up. Okay, we're gonna let this let this battery boil a little bit here. My charger's so freaking tangled up. I can't even spread it out. I'm not really sure. Like, I honestly can't even make this up. This thing's already fired up. Oh, it's always fired up. It's just always ran really bad. Yeah, it's kind of strange. I either completely lost the accelerator pump, or the needle and seat stuck, and I got no fuel in the bowl. Kind of strange. I do have some two-stroke gas here. I could dump a little bit in the bowl just to get it running. So maybe I'll do that. Alrighty, I put entirely way too much gas everywhere except for in the bowl. I can't find. I had a squeeze bottle, can't find it. I got a little bit down that vent, enough to fire it up. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't backfire and catch the whole burn the whole truck down. And yeah, I don't know, we'll give it a shot here. Really strange. So I think what I'm gonna do is I actually have some Holley parts here that I bought for this truck. I think I'm actually gonna take that bowl off, clean it quickly, and then I might just pull. Maybe I'll just pull that needle seat out. Just try and give them that quick little clean. Maybe it might just be stuck. Let's try that. Let's do that. Yeah. So it's basically our squirter from our accelerator pump. Our squirter isn't working. Now, I don't know if you guys know much about Hollies. Accelerator pump shot arm comes over, hits this, and there's a diaphragm in this, I guess, I don't know what you call a reservoir thing. The bottom of the bowl. To get that off, I either have to take the carburetor or just the bowl off. Part of that diaphragm is where you have to build pressure. This is the little port to cycle the pump shot into the car. This all was working. I just moved this truck about a month ago and this was working. So I am, honest to God, really pleased. Alrighty guys, so I think it has to do with our accelerator pump. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take off this bowl and we'll get fuel everywhere. Just the way it is. You can actually take out one of pretty much this screw here and try to capture it in like a lid or something. It's kind of an old drag racer or racing trick back when they used to do jets. I'll try that, but it's probably, I'll end up getting gas everywhere and the shop will stink forever because it's an old ass gas. And what I'll do is I'll take it off, take the bowl off. I got new gaskets, new diaphragm for the pump. I've actually never taken this bowl off of this car, but it was kind of working. So yeah, give that a shot. Alright, so I got just a gravel can lid off some black paint I had there. I'm just gonna do this screw here. We're gonna try to capture as much fuel as we can. It's still gonna go everywhere and stink. But hey, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I wouldn't even put this fuel back in if I could. As you guys can see though, as soon as I pull this out, there's gonna be fuel. Fuel gushing out. You guys can see that. Oh, just went everywhere. And now it's all over me. It's all over the intake. Like I said, I don't even know why I'm trying this because this is a terrible fuel. And it's going everywhere. Alright, I got one of these magnetic trays. We're just going to take out this hose clamp, pull this fuel off, this fuel hose, these other 3 bolts, and the pump shot arm will just sit there and this will just slide out in this couple bolts. There we go. That's what should happen. It should just come off. This has been together for years and years, probably decades. Go slow. That tube came out the back. I think it can almost come out the front. Yeah, it's kind of grungy in there. I'll take you guys to the bench and we'll show you. Alrighty guys, I got you at the bench here. As you can see, it's just kind of grungy in there. It's not terrible. This is your float, which is kind of set a little low in my opinion. This is the accelerator pump shot. Oop. Alright, as you guys can see, that's the accelerator pump shot, which actually is kind of working. I'm actually just going to take out these 4 Phillips screws. We're going to replace it. I got a Holly replacement kit here. It's vacuum secondary for 4160. It's got all your goodies and stuff in there. We'll replace that. We'll get it working a little better. Don't be afraid. It's pretty bare bones. You can find diagrams online. We'll also scrape off all this gasket. I'll show you guys that on the carb as well. Through. Let's use this ratcheting end. Thread. It should lift up. That's your needle and seat. Little gasket here. Lift that off. Okay, what's going on here is these are slightly longer, the ones on the right. Like, we're really hard to see. This one looks close to what I have. These ones should be way longer, and they are. So, okay, we'll use one of these. Pulling the new gaskets here, kind of loosely, like that. thread that into here. This sets your float. Kind of hard to see, but the needle's in there. Whatever height you set that to is what the float's going to do. So I would say we want it higher than that. As you can see, the float starting to lift up. I'm also holding this bowl upside down, guys. This lets the float sit where it should. And you can adjust the height. I would say probably in that area will get us close. Alrighty guys, we're back to the carb. Most of the gasket came off here good. We got the new gasket. It kind of sits on pins. Let's line up the pins on the metering block here. The blue gaskets are reusable. And I think most of the Holley carbs nowadays come with a reusable gasket. The old ones aren't reusable. Just gotta make sure this arm goes underneath this other arm. And this slides to the back of there. Slides there. Everybody's happy. Put these screws back in. Now guys, I would usually take this carb off and completely rebuild it. But I don't know if this motor's staying in here. I don't know. Honestly, if it does even stay in here, I don't even like this carb. I like 4150s better. So I'm just doing this for now, just to get this running, honestly, just to show you it runs. It's funny, I didn't mean for this to happen at all. I should have just fired right up and this goes to the end of the video. So, yeah. We'll have to crank it over. There goes my screwdriver. We'll have to crank it over, get the bowl full, and hopefully we got pump shot. See what happens. Ah, that's the sound we want to hear. I hit the throttle now. There's pump shot there for a second. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. Actually running really well, way better than I ever had. Leaking fuel everywhere. I don't know, maybe I will keep this 350 in there or whatever it is. I'll have to see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I honest to God didn't think we'd have to go through all that just to fire up the truck. Find it's hard to believe, but it's like the small block wants to stay in there. It's actually running pretty good. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do with this now. If you think I should pull out this small block, I think it's a 350. I think I should pull it out and put the LS in it. Let me know. If you think I should just keep this in here and try to get it going. I still, at the end of the day, have the problem that my wife wants to drive this truck as well as I. And if we have any issues with the carburetor, I'm fine with it. She's not. I don't want to leave her stranded. I want to be able to hop in this truck and, you know, go cruise around, go to different towns, a couple hours away kind of thing. We live in a small town. There's not a lot of cruising to do here. And I go to a lot of shows out of town. I like to do road trips in it, stuff like that. So I'm still kind of leaning towards LS, but it's always good having a little small block around if I find something else. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you like. Thanks for the support. Thanks. See you in the next one.